Hello there, and welcome to the Stand for another exciting edition for you. Anything for Gloria? Yeah, Alhamdulillah, part of the Muslim Ummah. So you are a breast cancer survivor?
Yes, I am.
How many?
3 times.
3 times? Mm-hmm. Okay, I now understand. 3 times. How is that possible? 3 times?
3 times.
Can you tell us a story?
About 19 years ago, I developed some balls under my arm, and there were like 6 of them. So my friends were even teasing me, "Chiwa Bonnie, what have you gone to do that you've got all these balls?" I mean, we tried everything, local medicine, orthodox, all of it, and it wasn't working. So whilst, playing with the balls under the arm, then I realized that there was
Lumps.
a lump in my breast. So I started going to the doctor to check it out. I traveled, went out, went for all tests. When the doctors saw me, they said, "Oh, because of the pain, they didn't think it was cancer." Because cancer really isn't painful like initial stages and things like that. So they don't think it was cancer. I sat in a plane and came back to Ghana because, they said they didn't think it was cancer. I got to Ghana. The following day, my husband calls me, tells me there are letters that I should come back to the hospital because they had to do more further tests, and that they had discovered that there was cancer in my breast. Okay. My family members were calling me Anna, Fanti. My sister speaks Fanti. She goes like, Charles, and I'm like, really? Okay. Everybody was like, cut it. And I'm like, really? I was only 37, 38? Mm-hmm. And at that time, my Wizzy was really
Wizzy.
Really Wizzy. So I just opted for the lumpectomy. Went back, told the doctor that I was going to do the lumpectomy. They explained everything to me, how more complicated that was, and how I had to be under anesthesia for a longer time. And I still said fine, because even before that, I'd been under anesthesia for
God knows how
many maybe a good 15 times.
Okay.
I've had about 20-something surgeries, actually. Yeah. Oh. So I'd already done about 15 surgeries before in my life. So being under anesthesia for a long time didn't scare me at all. So I opted for the lumpectomy. So the second time, I went, and then it was in this breast. And this time, I had no option but to do a mastectomy. But in fact, the doctors were not even going to do anything but to give me a mastectomy, because the cancer, they have it at 12 o'clock, I had it at 2 o'clock, I had it at 4 o'clock, I had it at 6 o'clock, I had it at, it was scattered all over the place.
Hello there, welcome to the Standpoint. Another week, another exciting time. As I promised you yesterday, we are continuing the story of Kyei Wizzy, Maxine Chewa Century, a hotelier and an event coordinator. The woman who has survived 3 cancers. And prior to that, she'd had about 15 surgeries. Oh boy. You think you've heard stories? Today, you're about to hear another angle of it. So sit back, relax, call your friends. Let's listen to this, because it's going to be a day. Again, let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. This is Adipa Dumas. My dress is by Leran Collections. Thank you so much to her. My hair by Inshilo GH. and makeup by @Iam_J Claude. He is on Instagram. You can always get in touch with him. And makeup products always by Note Cosmetics. So grateful to them. We take a break. When we come back, we continue our story with Kyei Wizzy. Welcome back to The Standpoint, and my guest is Kyei Wizzy. Let me say thank you to our sponsors. That's GTP, still timeless. GTP is on the Oga campaign, original, genuine, and authentic. And the only way you can find out whether the GTP you bought is original, is genuine, and it's authentic is by buying from accredited dealers across the country. Just look out, they've written GTP accredited dealer, or from any wooden shop, or go online, www.buygtp.com. And thank you to Esteron Balloons and Accessories, everything balloons and accessories. They are in charge of it, and they will sort you out. Balloons are for everything. So
I had no choice but to cut the whole breast. 11 months, I was in India. The breast wouldn't heal because the radiation and the previous things that I had done on it, the whole place was dead. So it wasn't healing. Gifty.
wow.
I'm sitting here talking about it as if it was something very light. I used to literally I used to literally lie on my bed with towel, and then the towel would get soaked from water coming out of my system, my body.
Wow.
Yeah. And you can imagine the telephone calls to my pastors and my prophets and my everybody was getting a call for me. This time they were not calling me. I was calling them that, I'm definitely not leaving. The first time I had my son. So my son, and I was a single mother at that time, even though I was married to somebody else, not my son's father. Yeah. So in a way, I was still a single mother.
Yeah.
And I was definitely not leaving my son. So I had to be strong, and I had to survive, and I had to come back because of my son.
Right.
God works in mysterious ways. So
He does.
15 years along the line, of course, my son is older now, so he's 25, right? Because he was 10 at that time, so he's 25 now. And I want to believe that I've brought him up very well. He's such a gentleman. You should meet him.
Oh.
You would love him.
Oh.
I've brought him up very, very well. Yeah. And I had gotten to the point whereby I wasn't afraid of leaving this world, because I had brought my son up in a way whereby I knew that he could manage. Okay?
Yeah.
He would miss me, but he would manage. He would survive. But then I had God along the line sent me a little angel. She's called Josie.
Josie, okay.
Yes. She's 12 now.
Okay.
So now I had somebody else that I had to live for, because Josie's story too is a different story for another day. Okay, so Josie came in, and there was a reason for me to fight, because I couldn't leave her.
Right.
And my prayer to God most of the time was, I was sitting down minding my own business when you literally brought me this God's gifts.
Right.
You cannot remove me from this earth, because what is she going to do?
Right.
So there should be a reason for me to survive, because I have to see her through something. Right. My mom died when I was 24, I think. Yes, she died when I was about 24. At least, I was telling God that at least let me nurture her, let her become a bit mature, know her left from her right before I leave her. And I actually didn't think I was going to die, because I don't know whether the pastor was lying, the prophet or pastor was lying or what, but somebody took me to see one, and then he was praying, and then he said to me that it would be very difficult for me. In fact, it wasn't just one pastor that said that. There were about 5. They said it would be very difficult for me, but I wouldn't die.
Amen.
And the reason...
You wouldn't die, I know you're better.
Yes, but the reason why I wasn't going to die was because I had done something for somebody, some little girl. I've done something for some little girl. And because of that, God is going to make sure that I do not die.
Amen.
Sometimes I look at things like, oh, I'm sure Auntie Gifty has mentioned that maybe I have cancer or something, so he knows. But in this case, he didn't know, and he didn't know I was coming to see him. We just happened to go. And then when we got there, to whoever it is that took me there did not go inside with me. So this man is praying and everything, and he says to me that it would be very difficult for me. But because of this, and I was like sitting there and I was like shaking. I was like, hey, I've done something for, he said, he sees a little girl. I've done something for somebody. And because of that, God would favor me. So I went, I suffered 1 whole year in India. Ow!
Wow, of all places.
Ow! In India,
you know, my little girl Nicole also was in India. I say, Auntie Gifty, the food. Oh, the food. So I was always eating chicken and rice.
I actually like Indian food. I've always loved Indian food. So the food wasn't a problem for me. But sometimes they are understanding. Hey! it was a different thing altogether, a different experience. But I was used to them because I've been going there for God knows how many years.
Let me take another break. When we come back, we'll continue this. Well, let me tell you this. Listen, Christmas is coming and you know it. I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. Brand new shoes for the children in rural communities. 1 or 2. Just call me on 0543-618-182, 0543-618-182, or you can send Momo, Momo on 0543-618-182. The name on the Momo is Gifty Auntie, and you have to reference Happy Feet or HF. I would answer as Happy Feet. Thank you so much. Well, let me say thank you to our supporters. Go-Got Yogurt, Puma Drinks, and Awake Purified Mineral Water by Casa Preco Company Limited. Juice Time 100% fruit juices. Thank you to Go-Got Yogurt. As women, yogurt is very good for us. And if it has to be yogurt, it has to be Go-Got Yogurt. Kodam's Gifting Station. Christmas is here. Christmas cards. People still, in fact, I still love Christmas cards. And they have Christmas gifts and decors and everything. Please get in touch with them and they will sort you out a big time. Yep, cleaning services, everything cleaning. They are in charge before, during, and after. They will, home, office, wherever it is, they will do it for you. Thank you again to Auntie Vera, House of Food. Thank you. Christmas, listen, whatever the budget is, they will give you the best meal ever. Get in touch with them. And Cake Technique, you know Christmas, we all love cakes and cupcakes. The children especially. So it's Cake Techniques. Support them so they can continue supporting us. We'll be back. Welcome back to The Standpoint. Yes, I'm still talking to Maxine Chewa Century, hotelier and event coordinator, an amazing woman. I told you, I have, my crush every day. Amazing woman. I just loved her from afar, and I still love her so much. I mean, listening to her story has blown my mind, and I'm more in love with her. Well, let me say thank you again to DTP for this fabric. This is the Padumas. My dress is by Liran Collections. I love it. Love it. And of course, my hair by Inshilo GH. Inshilo has all the wig types. This Christmas, they said there's a new, hair brand coming. She will tell us about this in our subsequent programs as well. And you need to call her and get your hair this Christmas. India grow, will live. Life. Okay. Thank you to J. Claude at @IAM_J. Claude for my makeup. Any occasion, just call him. And he can help you. He can teach you how to do your own makeup as well. You can call him. His number is on the screen. Thank you to Note Cosmetics for my makeup every day, every time. Okay, so the 1 year you were in hospital, or it was in and out?
In and out.
Okay.
I was at a guest house that was directly opposite the hospital. So the hospital finds you a place according to your means, what you ask them to do. So when I get there, they take me around. And this time, I mean, I've been there so many times, so I do things myself. Before I get there, I've done my own bookings and everything, so I don't need anybody to do anything for me anymore. So I was actually staying directly opposite the hospital, yeah.
So after a year, it finally healed?
After 1 year, yes. After 9 months, it started, I mean, it had healed. It took about 4 months for it to close up, okay? And every now and then you still get a little bit of past water coming out. So, and it wasn't that I was being stubborn that they shouldn't even, because they had already cut it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So, after a while, it healed. Now, like you say, my stubborn self, that thing healed though. And I look at my chest, and my chest is so flat. So then now my stomach, my stomach is looking very big, and then my chest is so flat, and I'm looking very funny. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want anything artificial in the body. So why don't we do a reconstruction, but use something for my own body parts? So we decided that if that was the case, then they were actually taking the fat from my stomach and then fats and muscles from my stomach. So they took the side and then put it in here, took this one and put it in here. So I did that first surgery, which I'm supposed to be going back for. You actually do like 3 before you can get your breast the way you want it.
So 3 surgeries. I mean, 3 for breast cancer. The first one was the limb. The second one, they cut both. And then the third one?
The third one, I had gone to India for test, everything. They said I was fine. And I had gone for something else too, gallstones. My kidney there was something wrong with my kidney. My liver also, because every time I had this high, ridiculously high, so I had to go and check the liver properly. And they checked, and apparently they saw something, but they felt it was insignificant. And they wanted me to stay longer, but the COVID had come. That was last year.
This is just last year?
Yeah. So the COVID had come, and there was no way I was staying in India. And Emirates wasn't coming back to Ghana, so I had to make sure I get onto the last flight that was coming. So they literally took me from the hospital. My PA in India packs my things from the hotel.
Yeah.
And I have someone from the embassy, Ghana embassy too as well. They picked me up and took me straight to the airport for me to come to Ghana.
Are you part of the 22nd March for no?
Yes.
Me too.
No, I came before you.
You came on 21st?
Yes, and then you came. I landed on the 21st because I think I left there on the 20th or 19th. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
And yeah, 19th, got to Dubai, of course, stayed over, and then this. And so I came
a day before.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when we came, actually, we didn't go through what you guys went through. We did, though, but it
wasn't as traumatic as...
No, at all. Yours was very, very traumatic. Yes. So I got back to Ghana, and of course, COVID was in now, because India, the population and the COVID has started. It wasn't bad if you look at their population, but the way they do their things.
Right.
So I actually wanted to,
the risk,
yes, I wanted to get out of that place. And so I got back to Ghana, stayed home, did my own business. Then I got sick. I was sick in the house, but before, I don't know whether I'm one of the few Ghanaians that you say COVID, you take Zithromax, you take this, you take that, you take that. So I'm sitting in the house and I'm taking all those things. Meanwhile, nobody has told me that I've got COVID. I'm taking all the vitamin C's and all the vitamin D. So nobody has told me that I've got. I'm not even sick, but I'm taking them because I don't want to get sick.
Right.
But I get sick and go to the hospital. I said, I'm not going to the hospital because in my situation, if I get to go to the hospital, I really don't have doctors over here. I have a lot of doctor friends, but there's no particular doctor that I can say is my doctor. Now I have a doctor.
Okay.
Varma is my doctor now, okay. Dr. Vanderpoy. But before that, I had Neo Doi. I had, they were all my friends that would take care of me when there's something wrong.
Right.
But I didn't really have a real doctor. So I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital because if I go to the hospital, I'll go and catch COVID. So I'm staying in the house and I'm not going to the hospital. Then my son came one day. In fact, I went to take a wash. Then something cracked at my back. Then I couldn't sit. Then they had to literally take me out of the bath. And nobody told them to take me to the hospital. Me, nah.
I told them.
I asked them to take me to the hospital. So we went to Yabua Clinic.
Yes.
I got there. I had some doctor friends. They gave them a warning that this lady should worry you people, or she'll make you people laugh too, and then she'll worry you. The doctors were very nice. I go to bed, and they all leave me, but my son stays with me. So his friends have come to the hospital, so he's outside talking to them, my nieces, my nephews and things too. So he's outside talking to them. He comes back, apparently, and there's foam on my mouth. So I was literally like, going.
Going where?
I don't know where I was going. So this is what they narrated to me. And I saw a bit, but I saw it like from afar, sort of. And the doctors are Ghana. They're pumping on my chest. They're pumping on my chest. And then I can see that the people that had left were there. So apparently they had all come back. And they were trying to resuscitate me, like bring me back. And then they were doing all kinds of things, pumping me. And what I remember in between, somebody said that they should call my daughter. Yeah. And it was around 2 a.m. Right. And they said they should keep my daughter on the phone. I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. And apparently the doctor too is pinching my feet. And I'm not getting any feeling. And they are, because of the foam, they are putting tubes in my mouth to suck out the foam or whatever it is that was coming out. And the way he was shoving the thing inside my throat that I wasn't moving, I wasn't moving. I mean, I couldn't feel it. They were all very worried. But I could see my son. I could see him pacing up and down. I could see my knees. I could see, his friends. Yes, yeah. I could see them. And I remember I said something to the doctor that, but you two, why are you pushing tubes down my throat like that? But apparently it wasn't coming out. It wasn't coming out. And they put my daughter on the phone because they didn't want me to slip away. I did slip away. They got an ambulance, put me in the ambulance. Gifty. They said they were taking me to Kolobu. I got to Kolobu, no bed. Jesus. This was in July. Last year, July. I got to Kolobu, no bed. They said they should bring me to, how do you call it?
37?
No, Rage Hospital.
Rage Hospital.
We got to Rage Hospital, no bed. And I'm in the ambulance and I'm apparently drifting and coming back. And one time I actually woke up and my son was sitting across my legs. And I said, but what's wrong with you? Why are you crying? And I said something like, but your face is not nice, but look at how you are crying. That was when he realized that, this woman, she's not going. She's back.
So that one, he had it.
Oh, yes.
It came out.
It came out then. Because I was like, why are you crying? And I could hear Pompey, and I'm like, why? Where am I? Where am I? He said, you're in an ambulance. I said, in ambulance to where? I told you I'm not going. They should just said, mommy. Said, why are you taking me to Kolobu? I said, I'm not going to Kolobu. And then said, mommy, stop. You don't know what has happened. You don't know what has happened.
Let me take another break, please. Let me take another break. All right. So again, we say thank you to our supporters. That's the Go Got You Got, House of Food, Cake Technique, Yap Cleaning Services, Juice Time, Casapreco, Puma Drinks, and Awake Purified Mineral Water, Kodam's Gift and Stationery, and all those who support us. Mrs. Soforipoko, oh, my own Mrs. Soforipoko, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So grateful to you for your support. And Easy Cook Groceries, thank you. Groceries at your doorstep. Whatever you need, just call her and she will go to the farm to get it fresh for you. She'll go to the riverfront to get the fish, or the seaside to get the fish for you. She'll go to the butchers to get your red meat and your chicken and whatever it is you want for you, and she'll prepare it and keep it neat and bring it to you. So thank you to them, and thank you to Liz Jumbo Agency. I mean, thank you so much for the fragrances that you give us to give to our guests. We are grateful. We'll be back. Welcome back to The Standpoint. Now, let me say thank you to all those who supported us for the Pregnant Women program on 30th of October at Edumasa, and then 31st went to give some to Nana Frakoma at Akwemufie. Thank you so much to all those who supported us. We are so grateful. Your monies were received, the 2,000, the 1,000, the 10 cities, the 100, the 50, everything helped to give, the pregnant women a wonderful time. Let me specifically say thank you to some people. That Inshilo, thank you so much for your personal donation towards it, and we are so grateful. Gigi's Kitchen, Maritas Local Foods, Salbase Foods, Euromix Diapers, National Malaria Control Program. You know I'm in your National Zero Malaria Ambassador, so they gave me the treated insecticide mosquito nets, and I gave it to the pregnant women. Thank you to Marie Stopes International, who made financial commitment and also came all the way to Edumasa to speak to the pregnant women. Inkunim Grocery Store and Semesha Frozen Foods, all your hampers this Christmas and groceries, please go there. And they will sort you out. I mean, when I say the shop, the tin foods and all that, Easy Cook also she does the tomatoes and, those ones, okay? And then Dede Classics, thank you. Dede, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Heavenly Babies Mother Care. I've told you the story of that woman who was on her bed at the hospital and came to donate, and she got back 20 minutes later. She delivered, gave birth to a baby girl on a Friday. Efia for the kingdom. And we also Thoughts and Thoughts. Thank you so Mother Care. Thank you so much. We're so grateful to all of them. So, in our final round.
So, I don't know what happened. They said we should come back to Kolobu. So you know what? I get to Kolobu. The stretcher that I was on in the ambulance is what they took to the emergency room. The, how do you call it? The oxygen is what they took to the emergency room. I slipped off again. By the time I woke up, hey, where am I? Plenty beds. I said, no way. So I picked up a phone, started making calls. I told my son, go onto my phone. I think they were confused. They didn't even know what to do. I said, go onto my phone. Call every doctor that you see his name on the phone. And I said, call Victor Bampo. Mm. I don't know why. I just thought about him. I said, call Victor Bampo. So they called, and Victor was there. He was the first person to come there.
Trust him.
He was the first person to be there. He got there. He organized. They put me in a room, took care of me. I was always coming to Ura Care for this test, and they'll take me to this place. I was in Kolobu for about 3 weeks. So during that time, they realized that I told them the history of my cancer and everything. So they made me do a series of tests again. Then they came to realize that the cancer had moved into my lungs. And not only into my lungs, and then my spine as well. So the pain that I had, and they were all symptoms of COVID. You know, you have these back pains, body pains, and all those things. But apparently, it was the cancer that had gone into my spine and had also gone into my lungs. And let me tell you something. My mom died at the age of 54. And when she died, post-mortem, they realized that one of her lungs were totally bent. My mom was a baker. She used to bake bread, cakes, and all those things. She never taught me, though, because she said I was too free with all her friends. I'll give her friends her recipe. So she never taught me how to do. So if you ask me how to bake, I don't know how to bake. But she was a fantastic cook. I mean, she was head of Alitalia and everything in Rome and all that. Actually, my mom was a fantastic cook. I mean, my aunties are all very fancy brew butlers, fantastic cooks. But my mom tops all of them. They'll kill me, but they know it. My mom tops all of them. She was a fantastic cook. Yeah. So she died with her lungs. You know, it came out that her lungs were bent. So when I got cancer, then I realized that most probably my mom also had cancer, but she didn't even know. No. And at that time, because my mom died 30-something years ago, so at that time, it wasn't something that, you know, it was common. So I'm sure she died from some sort of lung cancer or whatever, from the smoke, from the, you know, they used to use that oven for, no? The mad red sand ovens and things like that. So they put in the logs and everything for the fire and all that. So that was how she died. And at the age of 54, I'm lying in Kolobu, and then they come and tell me that I have lung cancer. And then my mom died on the 19th of July. And on the 19th of July, they come and tell me that I have lung cancer at the age of 54. And my mom too died at the age of 54. So I'm talking to my uncle. And I said to my uncle that they said I have lung cancer. And I said to him that, do you know what today is? He goes like, said that was exactly what he also thought in his mind when I told him. And I said it will not happen.
Minus you.
Minus me, it will not happen. So I come back home and I'm like, you know what? I am so tired with all this. You people should just give me a breathing space. Let me come home for like 2. Victor was always on my case. Everybody was on my case. I said, give me 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let me come home. Let me have some fresh air. Right. You know, that's how I do my things. Don't push me into going to see the doctor and all those things. I'll go, but you give me some time. I've told you guys, give me 2 weeks, maximum 3 weeks. So 2 weeks, my son walks up to me. Hey, Charlie Wizzy, what's up? What's up? What's up? You don't think it's about time we go and see the doctor? So we go and see the doctor. The very first day she saw me, she asked that I do a radiation on my back. She was, just recently, she showed me everything, and she said that when I walked into her office with the results, she was shocked that I was walking into her office, because what was going on in my back should paralyze me. So she was surprised. So Dr. Vanderbilt, if you watch this, don't say anything, but I guess it's so easy with her. I can be due for chemo today. I'll tell her that, Dr. my dear, I'm tired. Let's do it tomorrow, or let's do it in 3 days. And then, because she's seen that, you know, it works for me. Yeah. And the things that she's seen me go through, she doesn't push me at all. Right. She guides me, but she doesn't push me. Sure. And I also, I mean, of course, I want to survive. I want to see my daughter
grow up.
And everything. So I try to be good.
Wow, it's been a journey and a half. You are indeed a walking mystery, a walking testimony. I mean, when people say that God has favorites, I think you are one of God's favorites, And I'm sure your doctors still don't understand how you have survived. Wow. Thank you for sharing.
Oh.
This is very inspiring. This is, for me, it gives me the hope, and I believe that many people would, that you have to keep fighting.
Oh, yeah.
And you must have a reason to keep fighting.
And you have to be positive.
Yeah.
People think that getting sick, having cancer is just like having a headache. Really, that's the way I look at it. It's like
because
having a headache.
Can
really,
take you.
A headache can take you. Yes, heart attack. But why should it be cancer? So you are going to die. And I'm very free,
Yeah.
and I think that's actually another reason why I'm still alive, because I wake up in the morning, Gifty, and I have like a minimum of 50 messages inboxed. How are you? How are you feeling today? God bless you. God, and it gives me the strength. That's actually what gives me the strength. People go sometimes, oh, I remember when Facebook started.
Really?
Oh, and you're putting everything, you're always putting your pictures on Facebook. I'll tell you this, Gifty. Facebook, God has made me survive first. Yeah. Facebook has made me survive second. Because the friends, people, the outpour of love from Facebook to me is what has kept me. Yeah. I'm telling you. It's what has kept me.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning and somebody is saying something. We are praying for you. I met somebody, oh, it's you. Nana from Canada. I'm like, Nana from Canada. Then later I realized that was a cousin of mine, a distant cousin of mine. Oh, we have a prayer group. And then, we pray for you every single time. These are people that I don't even know from anywhere. And I get that at least once a week or 2 times a week, I get people telling me that. And
it's all
nothing bothers me.
Yeah, but as a friend said, prophets, it's because of this thing, the sowing you've done. You've sown so much into people, into loved ones, and I said, well, let me tell you, the Auntie Nana, when I was talking, she said, Gifty, or friend me Nana, because she knows she's my cousin, so Nana, unim say, biene. I'm comfortable because I know say Wizzy better me ba. I say I would just feel that because me ba say me didn't. It says Wizzy better no. That is how kind of human being she is. So we just want to say thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you.
We just wanted to celebrate you today. we will come back for the special Christmas Day,
Definitely.
Because you are. In fact, we just want to say thank you for being you. Just say a fragrance.
Oh, thank you.
The vanilla.
Thank you very much. It says
here from Les Jumbo Enterprise, and then this is makeup from.
Oh, thank you.
From me, from Not Cosmetics.
And then today, am I not looking pretty?
You are looking so pretty.
Hey, I've been made up by Auntie Gifty's makeup artist over here. When I came in with my own makeup, the guy sees me, tells me that I have to make up. I'm like, okay, makes me up very, very nicely.
And this one is groceries.
Oh, thank you very much.
From Easy Cook. She does door-to-door, groceries.
Oh, thank you.
We just want to say we appreciate
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. We thank God
Thank
for
you.
your life. May you live long for us.
Amen. Oh, may we all live long.
Amen. 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 I can't dear back. Could be no more check up the back. That is from me to you.
Oh.
That's from my heart. I didn't know your story, but I just loved you from afar. I still love you.
Thank
Now
you.
And now I love you from close.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are just
Thank
amazing.
You. Thank you very much. Thank
Wow. Wow. And now I get it. You are a superhuman being. I get it. 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 Wow. You said you're still going through treatment.
Yes, unfortunately, my treatment is my cancer cannot be cured. Yeah. It's a grade 4.
It's a grade 4.
So
okay.
I cannot be cured. It's spread all over the place. So I go for, first I was on chemo every week, but thank God now it's like every month. So I do every month now. And I have to do it for the rest of my life, really.
For the rest of your life. Yeah, survive. And then I have this one. Okay. Okay. So this one, because we know you love pengiti.
I'm itching.
This is GTP Adipadumas.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll wear it to your next show.
Yay!
So look out for my beautiful style on the next show. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Wish you the best. Gifty. And we'll keep praying for you.
You should.
I'm sure the whole world.
Because sometimes I sleep knowing that there are a lot of people out there praying for me. So continue with the prayers.
We will, Pa. We will, Pa. And we love you. And conclusion, what have you got to say to people watching you?
What I can say is that be yourself, okay? I personally take a day at a time, 1 day at a time. It's not that I don't plan ahead. I do plan ahead, but I try to enjoy and take the day at a time. And then when the next day comes, I deal with the next day. Because I've come to realize that there are so many things that if you can't do anything about it, you can't do anything about it. And then we worry ourselves, and then we end up getting all kinds of sicknesses from worrying. So things that I cannot do, I leave in the hands of God, and every day I tackle it one step at a time. I go with the flow. And, don't hide and be like, oh, you're not feeling well and you're sick, so people are going to think negative about you. Breast cancer is not a death sentence.
It's not a curse.
And it's not a curse. It's not a curse at all. I mean, people get sick with all things. Breast cancer is not a curse. The only thing is that, as a woman, you have a husband, you have a boyfriend, or whatever it is, and men like to play with their breast. Yes, But me, at my stage, I finished nurturing all my children.
Apart from breasts, is there the other places to
That's
play with?
That's the thing. But personally, too, I think it doesn't even bother me because, you see, before I did the mastectomy, the total mastectomy, I'd actually not dated anybody. You see me like that, but I'm a bit different when you get to know me.
Right.
I'd actually not dated anybody for like 2-3 years.
Okay.
So almost, and I'm confident to say this on national television because nobody can say I'm lying. Almost about 7 years now, I've not actually dated anybody. 7-8 years, I've not dated anybody. Wow. Nobody has touched me. So this body is pure for the past 8 years. Because most probably, I think, maybe crown. Next time I have a shankomo.
Oh, Auntie Chewa, we love you. We love you. We love you. We thank God for your life. I can't wait to have you back on.
Yes,
we will be
back.
Christmas.
I'll be back with my friends. Yes. We definitely will be back.
That'll be nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Okay. God bless you. Oh, big hug.
No COVID.
Oh. Because I'll be back with a bit of me. I have 2 Facebook accounts. One is Ohineyere Nana Danswa, and the other one is Ohineyere Gifty Auntie Oga. I'm more active on the Oga page, and I have quite a following there. We have great fun, and I always get people coming to say that, oh, you are not like other, people, and you are so fun, you're so easy, you're so real, and everything. And actually, we have teams there. In fact, there's only one team. None of them follow me. They have the team HRH. That's the nickname for the pet name for my daughter. Nyami Enyonyam Efia Esa Afrakuma Sintimisa. People sometimes ask me, I look happy, I see if I'm strong and all that. Listen, I do have issues. I do have a lot of challenges. I have a lot of problems that make me cry, sometimes breaks me. That makes me ask myself questions. But I never forget this. I believe that little girl, Nyami Enyonyam, was sitting here somewhere, as they say. And God one time turned and looked at her because God saw me and heard my cry. Always crying that I want a child. I want a child of my own. Cried to God that I want, and God looked at it, and I believe that little angel then in heaven said, it's okay, God. You send me. I'll go to her. I know she's crazy. She's not all that correct, but you send me, I'll go. And God has brought her to me. She didn't ask to be born. I struggled. I was desperate. I did everything to have her, and she's here. I have a responsibility towards her. I will not lose my mind because of whatever. Who do I leave that child? Everything I do, my struggle, my existence, my determination to stand and go through everything and come out holding on to God because I know I have a responsibility. My dear one, don't be moved by what you see or what you hear people say. Hold on to your God. And that gift that God has given you, yours may be anything. It can be anything. Maybe yours is a husband or a business or whatever it is. Hold on to that and fight. And fight. When everybody says that it won't work, it can't work, it did that, everybody, tell yourself you have something. You have an anchor. You have an anchor to hold on to and fight. I don't know what you're going through right now that makes you feel like it's the end of the road. I don't know what you're going through right now that makes you feel that your end has come. I don't know what you're going through that makes you feel that you must end your life or what you have heard. But I'm here to tell you this. Hold on. Hold on. When God hasn't given up on you, don't give up on yourself. When God hasn't said it has ended, don't let anybody tell you it has ended. Keep moving. One step at a time. One step at a time. One day at a time. One meal at a time. One job at a time. One struggle at a time. We will get there. I am a daughter of God who has graduated to be a woman with super crazy faith in God by miracles and testimonies. But I know God has given us wisdom. Wisdom to hold on. Wisdom to fight on. Wisdom to know that He is God. Wisdom to know that it may be tough, but we'll survive. Wisdom to know that our scars are part of our stories. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now. And remember, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Mwah.